Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about the Dad Challenge podcast. And I've been off of this topic for a bit just because I feel like I have said all that I need to say about him, but of course he does always sink to new lows in my opinion. But I'm making this video because recently I've seen the Dad Challenge podcast posted on his community tab that he's going to be collabing with Adam McIntyre regarding the Colleen Ballinger, that whole mess. Okay, so since I've recorded that video, I've seen that Josh posted his interview with Adam McIntyre, and I will probably watch that video and maybe make a video about it, but I just wanted to add that to this video to let people know the collaboration has happened. I mean, of course, Adam can learn from this, hopefully, and he can decide to not work with Josh in the future, but the collab has gone up and I'm disappointed but not surprised. And if you don't know, Adam McIntyre was, well, now he's no longer a minor, but he was the minor that Colleen sent her underwear and bra to, and she said it was as a joke. But regardless, it just was not appropriate, and she should not have done that. But I'm making this video because I don't know if Adam McIntyre knows who he's collabing with. I've made a bunch of videos on the harm that the Dad Challenge podcast has caused. He's been ableist, misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic. He's been racist. He's basically any form of bigotry under the sun he has contributed to. And I would love to think that people learn and grow, but Josh has not, because he, number one, he has never apologized for these transgressions, but also number two, he continues to spew bigotry. Most recently, he's been very much homophobic and transphobic, and it is Pride Month, so can you please leave the LGBTQIA plus community alone for 1 month? But no, he cannot. Josh has recently talked about Target's Pride line of clothing, and he's said that they're selling inappropriate swimsuits for children, which has been disproven. But anyway, Josh does not like the LGBTQIA plus community. He believes they are grooming children, and if you do not believe me, he has videos on his channel. But he is also known for deleting things but not apologizing for it. So, Adam, do you really want to collaborate with someone who's been so openly homophobic and transphobic and is using the rhetoric that LGBTQIA plus people are grooming children? Because there's a long history of bigots saying that about LGBTQIA plus people. Also, the Dad Challenge podcast does not believe that disabled people are capable of living full lives. He He buys into the myth that there is a such thing as a mental age and that people with intellectual disabilities are not their chronological age, but instead they are a lot younger, which has been disproven by a lot of people, but also it's harmful to the disabled community because it takes away people's autonomy, and it is also used as an excuse to mistreat disabled people, to ignore what disabled people are asking, and to speak over disabled people. And now, if you don't know, there is a long history in this country and a lot of other countries of disabled people being institutionalized against their will, of them being forcibly sterilized against their will, of them being killed, and that killing being justified because they're seen as a burden on the people around them. So even if Josh is not advocating for any of those horrors to be committed against the disabled community, he is of the same mindset that often leads to those harmful practices. And when disabled people try to call him out on this, Josh blocks them. How do I know? Because I've been blocked on multiple platforms by Josh. I have never done anything that's crossing a line towards him. I don't talk about his wife or his children, because even though he does that towards other people, so he's a hypocrite, I don't believe in stooping to that level, and I don't believe his kids are responsible for his behavior, and I do believe they deserve privacy, even if Josh will not give them privacy, and he will once in a while include them in his videos or on his Instagram story. I do not believe that other people should do that, because then they're being just as bad as him. I also want to add that Josh does not blur out the faces of minors when he is including family vloggers' videos on his channel. He says he is against the exploitation of children for profit, and he wants these children to have privacy, and yet he will not take the time to blur out minors' faces, which tells me that he is just doing a lip service. He doesn't truly care, in my opinion, about the exploitation of children, because if he did, he would blur out their faces, even if their parents don't have the decency to do so. You are only exploiting them further and exposing them to a whole new audience, because he likely has a different audience than these family vlogging channels do. Another thing is Josh cannot stick to just criticizing actions. He will shame people for what they look like, for what they wear, for who they date. He is well known for slut shaming women and telling them to put on more clothes, for calling their bodies disgusting. He has made fun of people with eating disorders. Namely, he's made a joke about somebody who wanted to lose weight, that they're gonna become Eugenia Cooney. And if you don't know, Eugenia Cooney does have an ED, and that is not a joke, but Josh believes that eating disorders are okay to joke about. And as somebody who has struggled with an eating disorder for like a decade now, I found that to be really in poor taste. This video is just to kind of, I guess, reach out to Adam McIntyre. I highly doubt he will watch this video, but Adam, if you do, please reconsider collabing with the Dad Challenge podcast, because he causes so much harm. And I know a lot of people have a lot of criticisms against Adam McIntyre, and many of those are valid. But at the same time, I don't think he's at the level of Josh. And I could be wrong, because if you are collabing with him, I do believe you are co-signing his behavior. And if Adam has not done his research, that's also concerning, because you should not just collab with someone who you don't know about their past, and you don't know about their behavior on the internet and probably off the internet. Because while I cannot vouch for how Josh acts in real life, I mean, if you're acting like this on the internet, you're probably acting like that in real life. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. If it resonated with you or something, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my content. If the quality of this video is not good, I got a new phone. It's an iPhone. I've never had an iPhone. And after this, I doubt I'll get an iPhone again, because I just have not been having a good time with this phone. But anyway, thank you for watching.